Hello, I'm WillTRM, and welcome back to my guide on how to improve at A Dance of Fire and Ice. This will be part 2 of the series, and will cover modding your game, opening custom levels, and an explanation of TUF. I would like to clear up something I said in the first video regarding video content. I don't actually know how many parts this series will have, because more just keeps getting added, and I do apologize for saying that the content of this video would be something else that is definitely a bit more exciting. Regardless, I hope you enjoy the video anyway, and I hope it helps. Modding. While optional, mods are a useful tool when playing because they allow you to see far more information than you normally would and are highly recommended to have installed. You can also get some fun customizations with them. To start, download Unity Mod Manager from adof.ai/umm, then unzip the file like so. If you're on Windows, you get the easiest installation route. Run unitymodmanager.exe, then select ADOFAI in the game dropdown, and set your path to the game installation. If you downloaded from Steam and haven't changed the default location it downloads to, it will most likely be at this path shown on screen. After doing this, change the installation method to assembly and click the big install button. Apparently doorstop proxy does work, but Crackthrough's semi-official mod installation guide says to use assembly, so just do that to be safe. To install a singular mod, all you need to do is click the Mods tab, then drag and drop the zip file of the mod over the Drop Zip Files Here box. If done correctly, it will appear in your mods list with the status of OK. If you want to uninstall a mod, you can right-click it and select Uninstall. If you're on Linux, it'll be a bit more annoying. You'll need to install the mono package, and then use that to run unitymodmanager.exe. I personally have not had success with this, but what has worked is running mono on console.exe. This will provide a terminal version for Unity Mod Manager. Do note that if you install using this method, mods will have to be installed manually by placing files directly into the mod folder. So now you're probably wondering, which mods should I install? The Jipper Resource Pack is a great place to start. It comes with 6 main mods, being a key viewer, ADOFAI tweaks, keyboard chatter blocker, TUF helper, YouTube stream, and together. ADOFAI tweaks provides a collection of miscellaneous tweaks to your game that can all be toggled to the user's liking. Sometimes, mechanical keyboards will register an input multiple times due to hardware error. This is known as chatter, and keyboard chatter blocker will detect and ignore this chattering so you aren't making unnecessary extra presses. It also comes with a key limiter that allows you to prevent specific keys on your keyboard from being pressed. If you do choose to use a key limiter, use the one on chatter blocker instead of ADOFAI tweaks. TUF Helper is TUF's in-game level browser. We'll get back to this one shortly. YouTube Stream, commonly abbreviated as YSMod, allows you to play certain charts that provide a YouTube link instead of an audio file, allowing more relaxed artist usage. Together is the multiplayer mod, letting you create lobbies to play through levels at the same time as other people. To install the resource pack, go to the link on screen, which I will also link in the description, and download the exe file. After that, just follow the prompts and check all of the boxes for mods. When asked for the game path, use the same one that you used when installing Unity Mod Manager. This resource pack is highly customizable, and I would encourage you to play around in the settings to make it your own. The most important thing you would want to do if you're starting out is to set the keys in the key viewer to the ones that you use. You can do this by clicking the key viewer dropdown, clicking Change Input Key, then clicking the button for the key you want to change and pressing the new key on your keyboard. Some recommendations for mods to install in addition to this are better calibration, which allows the game to suggest an automatic calibration change after deaths, enhanced effect remover, which lets you turn off effects in levels for better visibility without directly editing them, and auto icon changer for a bit of fun customization. This one is a personal favorite of mine for no particular reason. Finally, if you want to check out some other mods, join the Discord for adofai.gg and look at the mod announcements channel. There are a lot of really cool mods you can find in here, and I'll link some of the more interesting ones I find in a pinned comment. Now that your game is modded, you can finally start playing with customs. Unfortunately, we thought it would be a good idea to explain the various methods there are of opening levels in the editor. The reason you should do all your playing in the editor is because it gives you far more control over your practice, giving you the ability to start wherever you want, easily change the speed, and adjust the VFX to your needs. It also automatically sets you to strict, which is good for getting into the habit of playing on that. In the editor, there are 3 ways of opening levels. You can either load an ADOFAI file by clicking Open, then selecting the file, loading a zip file, which will leave an unzipped folder in the same directory, or downloading a level off the internet through Open from URL. This last method is fairly inconsistent, so I wouldn't recommend using it if you don't absolutely have to. If you want to play a level from the workshop, open it from the workshop menu, then pause while in the level and click the Open in Editor button instead, because again, you want to be playing in the editor. Now for that mod I mentioned earlier, TUF Helper. One of the most complex mods in the community, TUF Helper is TUF's official in-game browser. It allows you to search for any level on the forums, filter your results by various parameters such as difficulty and whether the level has been cleared or not, then open the level in the editor, all without ever needing to leave the game or even open a file dialog. It even has a built-in leaderboard. Finally, I'm going to explain what TUF actually is. TUF stands for the Universal Forums, and is, to my knowledge, the most active competitive ADOFAI community. This is, in my opinion, the best place to find and submit charts and clears. I may have thrown around some strange terms such as P4 or U13 a few times, so what actually is this? This is TUF's difficulty system. It is a bit unorthodox, but I will do my best to explain it in simple terms. Difficulties fall on a range from P1 to P20, then G1 to G20, and then U1 to U20, the letters standing for planetary, galactic, and universal. You can also think of it as a scale from 1 to 60, just formatted in a fancy way. When a level is deemed as U9 or higher, it will be given a Q rating, standing for quantum. The level will not be given a difficulty in the PGU range until the level has been actually cleared. This was done because oftentimes, it's too hard to actually determine the difficulty of a level that hard, and more information is needed, primarily methods used to hit the patterns in it. Levels with a difficulty of 0 are unranked. At least 4 rating managers need to give the level a difficulty before it can proceed. I used to be a rating manager. It kinda sucked. Censored charts, often referred to as -2, are charts that don't meet the quality standards of TUF. These standards are fairly lax, and the main things a chart will get -2'd for is being off-sync or having a massive difficulty spike. I think you can figure out what impossible charts are. When submitting clears, they must all be played on strict. If the level is U-rated, it must also have at least one of the following for play evidence: key viewer, camera footage of the keyboard, or microphone audio of the keyboard. Please do not submit normal and lenient clears. Finally, if you want to track your clears, TUF has an account system. Here's mine. And thus concludes part 2. I know the content of this video maybe wasn't the most interesting, and I promise the next one will be. I'm planning to actually go into patterns and progression and all the fun stuff I know you're actually here for. These videos are taking a lot of effort though, so liking or subscribing is a great way to let me know you're still interested. Also, leave feedback in the comments below. If you have questions regarding gameplay and the like, I'll respond to them because no reason not to. Also, you should join TUF. I'm in there working on the videos most nights, and it's also just a great community in general. I promise, we will not steal your legs. Maybe. Okay, bye!